It's not that long ago you had to prep for this team, and I guess in looking what they've done since the time you've played them, how much has changed in your preparations for the Buckeyes?
Well, everything. They don't play zone anymore. It's all man. So, they didn't play a possession of man up until our game, and until the last couple possessions of our game. And with about 4 minutes to go in the first half against Illinois, they went man, and pretty much played it ever since.
Is that kind of unusual for a coach to switch completely different?
Yeah, it is. I think you'll typically see people shift emphasis, but not completely. I'm sure Fed had his reasons, and they were quite successful for a good portion of the schedule. And just made a decision to go back.
Have you noticed, are they a better team, in your opinion, in man?
I don't know. I think it makes you more susceptible to three-point shooting. And I think he probably felt like he's got enough athletes, clearly, to stay after people and contest and contain and pressure if he wants to, and not give up as many threes. But again, I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But you are susceptible. You're in a 2-3 zone. You're susceptible to ball movement and three-point shooting. And if you're contesting, you look at Syracuse. They've had a great success with it, contesting and running out on your misses. They were doing that for a while.
When you look at,
we had as much success against Russell as anybody has. What did you do first time again to contain him?
I don't know that we did anything special other than respect him. I mean, he's a terrific player, and he's got, there's a lot of problems he presents for you. You look at his scoring and very impressive, but he's a really good passer, and he gives it up easy. But he can shoot threes. He can go to the hole. So you got to pay attention to him. And you got to know where he is, and you got to know kind of what the things he likes to do. But other than that, nothing special.
You mentioned consistency last week, and this team needs to be consistent. Overcoming that comeback against Minnesota, is that a step in the right direction for you? Or I guess how much is that a step in the right direction?
Well, I mean, we still weren't consistent enough in that game. The fact that we fought through, I think, is a testament to our team's character. I mean, I was really proud of how we fought, because even though we weren't stopping, we kept scoring. When we were not scoring, in a couple of our losses, the Iowa State game, Michigan State games stick out of my mind. We couldn't stop them, and we weren't scoring. So at least when they were scoring, we kept scoring, and we had a 17-point lead. But when you give up a 17-point lead, go down 4, a lot of teams are going to lose that game, and we didn't, especially on the road. So it shows you that we've got enough toughness, and we got enough stops when we needed them.
How big of a moment can that be for Jared to get that game winner and that's how much
He's been making
confidence?
big shots all year, but I mean, you're right. I mean, a game winner is a whole other thing. He was very comfortable. We ran it for him, and he drilled it. I think he's playing with that kind of confidence right now, and we need him to.
I saw Saturday's games as a sellout. Maybe just it seemed like during the Michigan State game, things were going really well. That crowd was as good as it has been all year.
Yeah, I mean, our fans are amazing. I mean, I came in my first year, we had a couple sellouts, and we didn't have a great team. We had a pretty good team. We had some good players, and they fought. I remember the Purdue game my first year, that they were ranked 6th, and we beat them. The crowd was a big part of that. And every home win that we've had has been a big part of it. In terms of the energy level in the building, and hopefully it'll be the same way Saturday.
Was there a turning point for Jared's confidence, do you think, since he's been here?
I don't know, I mean, you're right, he just appears to be more confident. I think it's probably been a more gradual thing. He's been really good from the first minute he got here, but he's gradually gotten better. I think he's gradually become more comfortable, and as a result, probably has gotten more confidence. You know, he's had to learn a new system and then had to get back at it and play for 2 years. I mean, we've been through that, but I think he's just more comfortable. He's in a better place.
Dev Marbles started the last 3 games for the Orlando Magic. What does that do for your program, having that on his resume now?
I mean, I couldn't be happier for him. I mean, you know, he's one of my favorite guys I've ever coached. He's a great person to have in the locker room, you know, on the road. I mean, he's, you know, in the summertime, he's in the gym, he's working. He was a great influence on younger guys in terms of what he said, but also kind of how he went about his business. You know, he never got caught up in his own success. He just kind of kept working and kept a very low profile. And I think for him, he really kind of, a lot of people want to play in the NBA. And pretty much everybody that playing high school or college basketball wants to play in the NBA. But you've got to focus and you've got to have a plan. And you've got to go after it every day. And that's what he did. I mean, that's why I'm proud of him. You know, that's absolutely good for our program. It's great for our program. But, you know, I look at it more like when I watch a young guy come in as a skinny freshman with a little bit of fanfare, not a lot, and just grind it and sort of determine his way into the NBA. I mean, I think that's what it's all about. You know, for me as a coach, and I take great pride that I had anything at all to do with him getting there. You know, I was just one small part of a lot of people that helped him get there.
What growth have you seen in Dom now that he's playing more minutes for him?
Well, what you're seeing in him is a guy that's playing with more confidence. He's playing with great energy, and I think a clearer understanding of what's necessary. So sometimes that's manifested in, okay, what does he have to do in terms of what defense we and what offense we run in? Sometimes it's just, okay, you have to really compete now. This is a different animal than you've ever been involved with in your life. And you got to get after it on the glass, you got to get after it defensively, and you got to run the floor. You got to thoroughly understand who is lining up in front of you and what that guy does. And I've just been really proud of how he's sort of plugged away at getting better and kept believing in himself.